Hello. um, I'm still asleep. But this is a day in the life as a postal worker. And my name is Lola Bunny. And I am so happy to be here. Thank you all for watching. So this is actually a story time. Hold on. Yeah, so this is actually a story time of me working at the post office. I'm a one-woman office, so I'm very grateful for that. It's literally just me. I don't know if anyone's ever seen a post office like this. If you have, definitely drop some comments down below and let me know what area that was in. But I am in California. I won't tell you exactly where just yet, but I'm in California and I'm in a small post office where it's just me. I'm sitting at my desk. I have my P.O. boxes behind me, all that good stuff, and this is what I do. So I'm going to talk about how long I've been at the post office, what the pay is, what I do, and just go from there. So yeah, this is like a new thing for me. I'm so excited. But yeah, let's get right into it. So I've been at the post office now for 11 years. Whoa, I can't believe I just said that. But yeah, it's been 11 years. And I wasn't always at this location. I started off in the processing unit. So if there's any other postal workers out there, you know what the processing unit is. If you don't know, it is a big building with all of these machines that actually processes the mail. You put the mail in the machine and it puts it in order for you. First, I believe, zip code, and then you run it again the second time through the machine so it can put it in address sequence. And then as the worker of the machine, I run the machine, put the mail in. I take the mail out of the machine and put it into trays or bins in order. And then after that, I pull it out and pack it up for it to go to its destination. Whereas it can be the other local post offices that deliver the mail. That's where the mail will go. So it'll go distributed out to other post offices so that the carrier can deliver. So, I'm not a carrier. I would be considered a clerk. And actually, because I'm here at this office by myself, I'm still considered a clerk. However, I basically do it all. So I'm practically the postmaster of this location. But yeah, so anyway, I started off in the processing unit. I did that as a PSE, which is a postal service employee. So I wasn't a regular career employee yet. I was just a PSE, which means I was under contract. So my contract was like, when I first started, I was just seasonal. So I got hired as seasonal, which means they only used me during the holidays. And then they let my ass go. But then they always called me back to come and work every year. So they called me back every year. I did that for about 3 years. And then eventually I became a regular career employee, which means I converted over. I stopped being a PSC and I became an actual regular, oh God, I don't even know what that position was called. But I think I was just a processing clerk, basically. So yeah, processing the mail. I used to work overnights. I had a good team working out in Santa Ana. Whoop, whoop, Santa Ana. That's where I started. And I'm very grateful for that group of people. We worked long hours, all night long, making sure that the mail was correct and appropriate for the carriers. That's what we did. So, anywho, converted over to a regular employee. Now, when I started out back then, now mind you, this was 10 years ago. I believe I started off with making I don't want to lie. I'm going to just guesstimate. I believe I started off during that time. It was like $18 and some change, literally. But my checks were adding up because I was working long, like 12-hour days, or sometimes even more hours, because they would ask me to stay overtime, and I would. So the checks were really nice. I got paid every 2 weeks, and it gradually started going up. Started getting the dollar bills, y'all. I started getting a raise. So yeah, when I converted over to a regular employee, I believe at that time I was making about $20 and some change an hour, something like that. So yeah, I've come a long way. So fast forward to that, I became a regular processing clerk. I did that for an additional, I'm going to say additional 2.5 years. And then there was an opportunity for me to convert over to a window clerk. And I remember when I was going through that process, a lot of the other workers, I was still just a freshly converted over to a career employee. So a lot of people were like, oh, you might not get that because it usually goes by seniority. Well, not usually, it does go by seniority. And they were like, you might not get that position, but you should still put in for it because you just never know. So always do that. Still go for it. And you just never know what happens. That's what I did. So I applied for the position, and I actually got it. So I stopped working. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me rewind. Oops. So before I actually went for the window clerk position, I was switched over from working. Once I became a career processing clerk, I was no longer working nights. My schedule had got switched to like the mid shift, which was I would go in, I think at like 11 a.m. and then work till 7 or 8. Yeah, I think 7. And then I got to go get off work and I was off by 7. So that was awesome. I liked that schedule. I did miss my night crew, but I did enjoy the mid shift because I was kind of like in and out. However, I realized that it took up all of my day. Like I couldn't do anything. Like if I had appointments, I would just have to call off work, or I wasn't able to go to appointments because going to work at 11 a.m. is right in the middle of the day, getting off at 7. Everything is closed by the time you get off. So anyway, that happened. Then I worked in that position for about 2.5 years, still as a processing clerk. And then I went for the window clerk position. So boom, did that. I got the job as a window clerk. So I was working in the window, loving it. I was able to deal with customers and provide excellent customer service, send off the packages, sell stamps. It was just something that I actually enjoyed doing. I really more so enjoyed dealing with the people, the customers. That's what I enjoyed because I got to meet new people. I got to make people have a different perspective on postal employees, because postal employees kind of have a bad reputation. So I was able to kind of turn that around for people and give them a positive experience when they came. Okay, hold on. I'm not even open yet. So yeah, after that, I did that for a while. I was then transferred over. I think I was doing that position for maybe, I'll say a year. I'll say 1 year. And then I got notification sent to me saying that I was going to be accessed out, which means I was going to be transferred out to another post office because I was the one with the lowest seniority. And I really don't know what that actual process was all about, but I just went with the flow. I didn't care. I was getting ready to go to another office, which was awesome. I definitely missed my home office, but I was getting ready to go and deal with other new clients and customers. Pause. All right, y'all. Sorry. I just answered the phone because they called twice. So obviously it was like something. Although I technically wasn't open yet, I went ahead and answered. So they just wanted to know if I was open. And now I actually am. So 1 minute. Alrighty, y'all. So anyways, like I was saying, I got accessed out to another area in California, and I was excited because I got a chance to be around more people, meet new customers, and just share my great customer service with everyone. But yes, so I worked there for probably, let's see, 3, 6, 7, probably just a year. I don't know. I don't want to really get into the dates because it's been so long ago, but I was working there for a while. And mind you, now I lived in a far away land, but I was driving every day to go to work in Santa Ana. And it was like, it's supposed to be like an hour and 30 minutes, but with traffic, it can get pretty up there, 2 to 3 hours. So making the transfer wasn't necessarily the greatest thing for that because I still was commuting back and forth. So literally it became 3 hours to get to work and 3 hours to get back home. So it was crazy. So, I mean, I had always commuted anyway. So when I first started working in Santa Ana as a processing clerk, I was driving. I was working nights and I was driving, which should have been an hour and 30 minutes, about 2 hours to get to work, 2 hours to get back home. So I was so tired. I mean, I literally would get home in the morning because I got off in the morning and I would sleep all day. So, I mean, literally sleep all day, eat 1 meal a day, and wake up to be at work at night. So I was really slim. I was really pale, wasn't getting a lot of sun. But that was my life. So anyway, fast forward to transferring out from Santa Ana. I was making that drive every day, 3 hours going, 3 hours coming back. Sometimes it got so bad, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get a hotel and stay, and I'll go to work from here. So that's what I was doing. And I would just go back home on my off days, or if I felt like going back home and just driving back and forth, I would. So I would literally have to get up at 4 a.m., well, about 3:45 a.m. to get ready, get dressed, so I can be at work by, at that time, I had to clock in by like 11. So, I mean, could you imagine waking up at 3:45 a.m. to get dressed and get ready to be work at 11? And I mean, you know, I had good intentions. My heart was in the right place, but sometimes I didn't get there at 11 because the traffic was just so unpredictable. I mean, it could be clear one day, and then the next day it could be an accident that will just kind of set you back. So anyway, I put in for a transfer after being there for so long. I was trying to get closer to home so I didn't have to make that drive. And that is how I got this. All by myself. Nobody working with me. At first, I was a little disappointed in this. I was like, wait a minute. I don't like this at all. Like, I don't like being by myself. I don't like this. This is not my thing. I don't have a lot of customers that come in. That's what I like to do. I like to talk to customers. I like to help. And it wasn't that busy here. So I was just at first like, I don't know about this. But, I'm just now waking up, y'all. But, and I washed my face, but I feel like I got some sleep. But now it's different. I absolutely love my location. I love the community that I'm in. I get to help the people that come in who's been at this post office for many years, more than I have, obviously. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I'm so grateful. Um, I'm not as lonely anymore because I get to do a lot of things, clean and organize how I like, or kind of just sit and write notes, study my word, read a couple of books that I have on the shelf. It's a really peaceful situation. Now, it does get kind of crazy sometimes here and there. Like if I'm not here, if I need to take off, or if I'm sick, it becomes a problem because it's just me. I don't have anybody to cover me. So I would have to, get help from the local post office to send someone here to cover my shift if I'm not here. So it can kind of get a little crazy. But other than that, it's not bad. So, so let's talk about the pay. So now, and my pay is going up. I don't know. I think it goes up it seems like every 3 to 6 months, actually. So I just went from $31 and some change. I can't even think of the change right now, to $32 and some change an hour. So that's pretty good. I'm grateful for that. I'm able to take care of my bills that I do have. I have a husband, so it's not just me by myself, and I'm so grateful for him because he takes care of me. We do this thing together. So my ultimate goal is to eventually acquire a freedom to where I don't have to actually be at work, but that I could still make money, but not have to physically be somewhere. So that is my ultimate goal. And I think it's okay to have goals. It's okay to dream and inspire for something. And that's what I aspire to, actually have financial freedom. And it starts with staying on top of your finances. Definitely. You have to learn how to manage your money. You have to learn how to save. You have to learn how to make your money work for you, So these are the things that I've developed over my life, and I'm a little bit closer to that goal. So I just want to encourage you, if you are a postal worker or if you're any type of worker, and you want financial freedom, we could first start off by making sure we can manage our finances and pay our bills responsibly. And then in that we can save. So just a quick plug, because this is a new thing for me. If you have, you don't know, so I'm going to tell you, but I do have a podcast. It's been out for a while. It's called Brunch with Lola. So definitely check that out. You can find it on all podcast platforms. Right now, it has a lot of my older episodes, which definitely are very beneficial. I talk about financial freedom. I talk about motivating yourself, speaking life into the atmosphere. I talk about a lot of things: finances, relationships, love, everything that you can possibly think of. And you should, if you want to, go there and listen to some of my podcasts. I do have a little bit uploaded on YouTube as well, on the Brunch with Lola channel. But all the episodes would be found on like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you can find podcasts at, you will find Brunch with Lola. But I'm putting that out there because I will eventually start recording for that again. And I'm so excited for that because that is my baby. I love to help and talk and provide people with answers and to make them think outside of the box. So I'm definitely going to get back to that. But you can check out all the previous episodes of Brunch with Lola. So yeah, anywho, that was my little plug. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I don't want to keep the video too long, but I do want to thank you all for watching. I just wanted to share a day in the life as a postal worker. I will share more. If if it goes well, I will share more. And I'm going to give you just like a quick tour of the office. Here we go. So this is my little desk, my little chair. These are all the P.O. boxes of mail that I put in. I got all my stuff here, just a real quick, so you can see how big it is. Just really quick. All right, y'all. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see how this goes. I don't know, and I just wanted to put this out there and just let the world know I'm out here. All right, have a good day, y'all.